This is Colleen Hall. I'm here with Delaney, and we are going to introduce a text that Delaney will be reading. The title of the book, Delaney, is Adaptive Athletes, and the author is David Dreyer. So, Adaptive Athletes, David Dreyer is the title. So, when you're looking at the cover of the story, Delaney, what do you think is happening in this?
Maybe like wheelchair fencing.
Yeah, it looks like two guys are fencing in their wheelchairs. So, what do you think, looking at this cover, what do you think this is, why do you think they're in a wheelchair? What do you think?
Maybe they had something wrong with their legs or like their back, or maybe they're paralyzed.
Yeah, they have a disability, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think this book then will be, the entire book, what do you think it will be about?
All athletes in different sports having different disabilities.
Yeah, that could be. Talking about athletes that are adaptive athletes and how they are able to play their sport of choice with their disability.
Mm-hmm.
So this type of text that we're going to read, it's an informational text and it's nonfiction. So what do you know about a text that is an informational text nonfiction? Can you tell me a little bit about what you will learn from this story?
In this story, I will learn
informational text.
Yeah. It's like giving you facts.
They give you facts. Do you think they're made up characters, or do you think they're stories about real people?
They're usually stories about real people.
That's very good, and you'll learn information by reading this book. So what do you think you're going to get? Again, what do you think you're going to learn by reading this book? What are we going to learn about as we go through?
How people with disabilities play their sport.
Very good. So I'm curious, Delaney, do you know someone that is an adaptive athlete?
My friend May and her sister June.
Your friend May and her sister June. So tell me, what does May play? Tell me a little bit about May.
She plays wheelchair basketball.
And why? Why does she play wheelchair basketball?
She has a prosthetic leg.
She has a prosthetic leg. So, and what does her sister June do?
I'm pretty sure she does track.
She does track. Now, does she also have a prosthetic leg?
Yes.
Very nice. So they're able to participate in their sports of choice with adaptive materials then, like a wheelchair and a probably a special racing leg, I would assume that June has. Have you seen any sports adaptive athletes in real life?
Yeah, a wheelchair basketball team came to our school.
Oh yeah? Tell me a little bit about that.
So they basically just like taught us about it and like the challenges and like the cons and the pros. And like some kids actually got to play the game.
Oh, did they? So they picked kids from your class to come and sit in their wheelchairs and try it out and see what it's like kind of through their eyes. Oh, that's really neat. Huh. Okay.
Like 2 teams.
2 teams of kids? Very neat. Okay, so let's go through the book a little bit, just a few pages, look at some of the pictures to preview the book, and kind of get an idea of, what we will be learning about and discussing. So here, what do you think is happening here?
Maybe they're racing.
You think they're racing? Do you think it's like a track and field? Yeah. Oh, what do you think that is?
Basketball.
Wheelchair basketball, right?
Mm-hmm.
What does it look like this guy's doing in his wheelchair?
Maybe like this is like a torch connected to his wheelchair.
Oh, what do we usually use a torch? Like what do you know the torch is for? What's
maybe like
event?
The Olympics.
So when the athletes with disabilities are in the Olympics, it's called the Paralympics. Yeah. So I'm sure we'll talk about that. I can see the word Paralympic right now in the text. So that is the Olympic Games for people with disabilities.
We talked about it at school.
Oh, did you? Mm-hmm. Like during the wheelchair basketball time?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
And then we got to do like curling and stuff.
Oh, wow. They talked about curling, like in the Paralympics.
Mm-mm. Oh. Like we just like have like a Olympic topic for that whole week.
Oh, that's really neat. What do you think's happening in this picture?
Maybe a swim meet.
A swim meet? I think you're right. So I think it's going to show us several different types of sports that can be adapted for people with disabilities to be able to participate like, every athlete should. So as we read the story, when it is our time to read, you'll see some vocabulary words in bold print. Right now it says achieve a competitive level. So what do you think competitive, it's in bold here, what do you think that means?
Wanting to win.
Wanting to win, having that desire to win.
One bold.
Ability in a sport. So competitive level of ability in a sport. So what do you think ability means?
Like comparing like two people with their abilities.
Abilities is like what you're able to do, right? You're capable of doing. Always striving to be the best. What do you think striving means? Striving.
Wanting to be the best.
Always wanting, like really fighting for it. And then here's that word disability. So we're going to see disability, ability, adaptive all throughout this story. So a big word, and I'll put it in the back here, adaptive. That means to be able to change to fit a new or specific situation or environment. So what these athletes are doing is adapting, their surroundings, like by using a wheelchair or perhaps lowering the basketball net or maybe shortening a distance. So they're adapting so more people can participate and take, their level of competitiveness to the next level. And I do that every day with gym class. I'm an adapted physical education teacher. So when you're shooting a basketball in a regular hoop, I will pull out perhaps a smaller hoop for one of my students with a disability. So they're still getting that muscle memory of shooting the ball and, aiming for something and tracking with their eyes, but they're doing it on a scale that fits them. So I adapt it for them. So as we read, coming up soon, we're going to learn more about adaptive athletes. Does that sound cool?
Yeah.
Okay. And you have a lot of knowledge about that already, so this is good. You're going to enjoy this, I have a feeling. So, all right. Thank you.
Bye.